It's the appointed time and we have a quorum. Let's get started. Agenda item 1, election of chairman and deputy chairman. Let's proceed with the election for the chairperson of this panel for the 2026 session. The Secretariat has issued a notice informing members that only one valid nomination was received by the close of nomination for the position of panel chairperson. The nominated member is Mr. Eric Yim. Mr. Yim was nominated by Mr. Peter Xu and seconded by Mr. Perry Yu. Mr. Eric Yim is not serving as chairperson or deputy chairperson of any other panels or government advisory bodies. I, in accordance with the rules of procedure and the House rules, declare Mr. Yim elected as chairperson of the panel on economic development for the 2026 session. Congratulations, chairperson. Please chair the meeting now. Thank you all for your support. We now begin the election for Deputy Chairperson of the Panel on Economic Development for the 2026 session. The Secretariat has issued a notice informing members that only one valid nomination was received by the close of nominations for the position of Deputy Chairperson of the panel. The nominated member is Mr. Stephen Ho. And Mr. Ho is nominated by Ms. Nixie Lam and seconded by Mr. Cheng Pak Chi. Mr. Stephen Ho is not serving as chairperson or deputy chairperson of any other panels or government advisory bodies. I, in accordance with the rules of procedure and the House rules, declare Mr. Ho elected as Deputy Chairperson of the Panel on Economic Development for the 2026 session. Congratulations, Mr. Ho. If there are no questions from members, let's proceed with the next agenda item, schedule of meetings for the 2026 session. During the 2025 session, regular meetings of this panel were normally held at 4:30 p.m. on the first Tuesday of each month. If members agree to continue with this arrangement, please refer to the proposed meeting schedule for the 2026 session tabled in front of you. Members, please note that the first Tuesday of March falls on the eve of the two sessions, so the regular meeting of March will be rescheduled to 8:30 a.m. on Friday. That's the 27th of March, and the first Tuesday of April is a public holiday, so the regular meeting of April will be rescheduled to 8:30 a.m. on the 10th of April. It's a Friday. Do members have any comments? If not, we now come to agenda item 3. Policy briefing session for this panel to let members gain a deeper understanding of the government's policy directions. The Secretary for Culture, Sports and Tourism and the Secretary for Transport and Logistics will, on the 27th of January from 5:30 p.m. to 7 p.m., brief this panel on their respective policy portfolios. The next regular meeting of this panel will be held on the 3rd of February at 4:30 p.m. It's a Tuesday. The administration proposes to discuss the following two items. 1. Enhancement of existing tax concessions for shipping-related activities and introduction of a 50% tax concession scheme for commodities trading. And 2. Proposed legislative amendments to address improper handling of duty-free methanol. Do members agree? Okay. If members do not have any comments, will members please raise your comments on items to be discussed in the 2026 session? Please press the request to speak button. 5 members have asked to speak, well now 7. I will read out the lineup: Mr. Stephen Ho, Mr. Perry Yu, Mr. Chen Xiuhong, Mr. Holden Chow, Mr. Peter Xu, Mr. Alan Chen, and Captain Lothair Lam. Mr. Stephen Ho. Well, economic development covers a lot of areas, including tourism. I myself focus on marine economy. Recently, there is a lot of work related to yacht economy, and they involve, for example, the Development Bureau or even the Security Bureau if we talk about public transport or water transport. Will Chairman please help coordinate? Say, for example, if we are to develop the marine economy or the yacht economy, what kind of measures should be put in place? Also, I raised a question at the council meeting. It's about food supply chain as well as relevant standards. And this question was referred to the CEDB. I hope Chair would help coordinate and let us know which policy bureau should be involved for which topics. And I hope for issues concerning the food industry, they could be involved in our items for discussion. Well, thank you. Your comment is noted. Next, Mr. Perry Yu. Thank you, Chair. Of course, I also support marine economy as proposed by Mr. Stephen Ho. I believe there needs to be more cross-departmental coordination efforts. Apart from marine economy, I'm concerned about how we can further consolidate the functions of our aviation hub. T2 has been put into operation as well as the 3-runway system. The capacity is huge. It reaches 120 million passenger volume. We haven't reached the peak before COVID yet. I think we have to continue to work hard. I hope that at this panel we can discuss further how we can reinforce our aviation hub so that we can attract more transit passengers. We should also think about how we can attract transit passengers to come spend in Hong Kong. I hope that we can have more discussions in this regard in the 2026 session. Yes, we will have a meeting about this, and we will invite the airport authority to give us a report on this. Mr. Chen Xiuhong. Thank you, Chair. I've been concerned about the development of the low-altitude economy. Over the past 1 to 2 years, I see that the SAR government has rolled out a number of measures to develop the low-altitude economy, such as the sandbox regulation and other dedicated legislations. Moving forward, I hope that we can invite the administration to come to this panel to tell us about the progress of phase 2 of the sandbox regulation project. Also, if there will be any amendments to the existing legislations, I hope the administration can tell us about the implementation of the legislative amendments. Also, Mr. Perry Yu just now talked about our aviation hub. Apart from the aviation industry, I care about the development of our ports, especially the Smart Port Initiative. The government rolled out the action plan for the development of ports in Hong Kong. Last July, the government reformed the relevant board, and now the board is upgraded to the Maritime Development Board. I hope the administration can come to this panel to tell us about the implementation progress of the action plan. Last week, the government rolled out what we called PTS, the Port Community System. And this is very crucial to the future development of our ports. I hope the government can give us a report to the latest updates as well. Now turning to mega event or mega event-based economy, this does not only involve one bureau, but several bureaus instead. I hope the administration can tell us about what important initiatives it will put in place to develop a mega event-based economy. Yes, I believe on the 27th of March when the secretary comes, she will tell us about this. Next, Mr. Holden Chow. Thank you, Chair. During the last legislative session, the government announced the development plan in Tuen Mun and Long Kwu Tan. And the government talked about green hydrogen bunkering. I'm concerned about this area, including the study on green hydrogen as well as the manufacturing and production of green hydrogen, because this will all be done in Tuen Mun West. Since the announcement of the relevant initiative, we haven't heard from the government about this yet. Will the administration come back to the panel to tell us about the latest development progress as well as the plan for the relevant industry development? Well, for the residents in Tuen Mun, they are looking forward to new job opportunities. So, yes, we are all very concerned about this. Thank you, Mr. Holden Chow. New energy development is very crucial for Hong Kong, not just hydrogen, but also methanol. And this is also very popular in the mainland, so this deserves our discussion. Mr. Peter Xu, how can we further strengthen our tourism industry? We need to strengthen connectivity with the mainland as well as the rest of the world. We also have to revive our retail and catering industry. For example, how can the Kai Tak Sports Park help in this regard? Now turning to the development of the Northern Metropolis, the development of the Northern Metropolis is essential to our economic development. How can we chip in? I do hope that we can all share our thoughts. In the long run, we have to rely on technology, on the collaboration among the academia, the industry, as well as the research sector. I understand that the government actually allocated a lot of resources and money to the INT sector. But how can this translate to economic growth? We need to explore this so that more citizens in Hong Kong can be aware of this. Thank you. This panel represents cross-departmental efforts, and this will involve discussions of a lot of different bureaus. So I believe we will follow up on these topics. Your comment is noted. Next, Mr. Alan Chen. Thank you, Chair. The four main pillars account for about 60 to 70% of our GDP, especially for the financial industry. It accounts for 24.9% of the GDP. I hope that we can focus on the 10-year development plan for the financial sector. I hope to have the financial secretary as well as the secretary for financial services and the treasury to talk to us in this panel. We haven't had a solid development plan in this regard yet, and this is concerning because 10 years later, China will definitely be the biggest economy in the world. We have to tie in with this. If China are to become the biggest economy in the next 10 years, then Hong Kong will have to be the biggest international financial center. There will be fierce competition between China and the US. if we lack a long-term planning for the next 10 years, then our country will turn to Shanghai or Shenzhen as the main financial centers. If there is a 10-year development plan, at least we know what to do in the coming decade. Otherwise, Hong Kong will lose its status as the international financial center of our country. So what is pressing is that we have to formulate a 10-year development plan to reinforce our status as a financial center. We have to surpass London and New York. If we are to share the fruit of the development of our country, at least we have to show to our country that we are working on something. We need a concrete timetable. Say, for example, the Prime Minister of Canada, when he visited China, he at least had a timetable or schedule.
Thank you for your views, but we have noted your views, but I think what you have proposed belongs to the panel on financial affairs. We have jotted down your views, nevertheless. Mr. Lothair Lam. Now, I welcome this item about the tax concession, meaning the half rate for methanol. It's a major tax break. Do we have a publicity plan to go with it? Are we going to use our ETOs for publicity? I know there's a tax break for ship leases, but many shipping companies in the mainland are unaware of this tax break. If we have the tax break, we should promote it. Now I turn to the yacht economy. I support it. When yachts come here, what rules and regulations will they be subject to? Any suggestions, any support? I would like some information from the authorities on this. Now I turn to the Maritime and Port Development Board. Now it was upgraded last July. As per usual practice, they should report their latest work to us. I hope we can invite the board to come here and give us an update on their work. So that's all from me. Thank you. Thank you. So that's for Maritime and Port Development Board. Members would like an update on their latest progress. And there was another point about publicity. I think that's also important indeed. And we should let international shippers know our latest tax breaks. Next, Mr. Andrew Lam. The 2025 policy address stresses the use of artificial intelligence. With AI, there's also robotics. These industries hold huge promise. The technologies can be applied to every sector of the economy. So in this year, I hope the relevant departments and bureaus can tell us when we apply robotics and AI to different parts of the economy, what will be the effect of such applications? Can we have an assessment? And what impact will the application of AI and robotics have on the labor market? Will we need new skills, and what will be the impact on the existing sectors? So this looks like an interdisciplinary issue. The impact of AI on the manpower sector, it's something that we have certainly jotted down. Next, Mr. Sunny Tan. Over the past 2 years, we discussed the HKIA Logistics Park in Dongguan. I would like to follow up on this matter, because this has to do with our cargo freight and how we can integrate into our country's development. So can we talk about that on this panel? Now I turn to tourism. Other members have stressed the importance of tourism. So in the long run, what are some major investment initiatives we have for tourism? A tourist attraction may require 10 years of investment. So in the long run, what sort of long-term investments do we have? When will we see another project like the Disneyland? We need long-term investments to bring in more tourists. So we have jotted down your views. So the HEIA Logistics Park in Dongguan and also new projects for tourism. Next, Mr. Andrew Fan. Thank you. Other members, including Mr. Ho, Mr. Yu, and Mr. Chen, have highlighted issues close to my heart like the maritime economy and the mega events economy. Now, we have different focuses. Mr. Ho mentioned the yacht economy. Recent media reports have stated that overcrowding in the countryside is an issue. So let's think about our islands. We need transport for people to access the islands. Now I also want to turn to aviation. Mr. Perry, you mentioned the aviation hub, but for me, my concern is more about aircraft parts and components. So for the same matter, each member may have a different focus. So we may need multiple policy bureaus to come here for meetings and discuss the concerns of each member. So that's something I would like to draw attention to. Point taken. So island tourism. Next, Ms. Christine Fong. Thank you, Chairman. For my local constituency, such as Sai Kung, it's a tourist hotspot. I'm concerned about the support facilities and measures that support tourism. Other members mentioned island hopping and also yacht tourism in Hong Kong. So for that, we need piers. Mr. Lothair Lam brought up ports. All these facilities have much to do with tourism. I would like to talk about these. And also the Maritime and Port Development Board. We need someone from that board to give us an update. Some piers are under construction in my constituency, and I think they will help. And for yachts coming here, we don't have places that can serve as berths for larger yachts, so that will warrant attention. Now, I want to turn to science and research. My constituency is home to the HKUST, so we will need space for that. The HKUST has also planned an INT park. So they will do applied research, and that will foster the economy, and I would like an update on that front as well. Your view is taken. Now, in the interest of time, we have 8 minutes left. Now, for members who would like to speak for the second round, you will get 1 minute. Next, Mr. Jonathan Lamport. Next Monday and Tuesday, we will sign a memorandum with the Shanghai Gold Exchange, and that will be also discussed at the Asian Financial Forum. There will be mutual market access in terms of gold between Hong Kong and Shanghai. The government also has plans for a settlement system for gold that will make transactions and settlement more reliable. So the plan this year is to trial a new scheme. We will invite the Shanghai Gold Exchange to take part, and that will help us enhance our status as a gold trading center. So let's pay more attention to that, and let's discuss the matter and elaborate on these points with the policy bureaus. Thank you. Your view is noted. That also sounds like something that should go to the Financial Affairs panel. Next, Mr. Lau Kaka. Now we have held different mega events, the National Games Rugby Sevens, and also the finals of table tennis. Many pop singers held concerts in Hong Kong that really lifted spirits in Hong Kong. How do we link up the different events? We want visitors to come here, either for business or for conferences, to also take part in other events. Now, for tourists looking to visit here, we want to give them a heads up on what attractions and mega events are also available. The point is to get these visitors to stay here for longer. Now, my second point has to do with low altitude economy. We have the sandbox. So I would like an update on that sandbox when appropriate. We have huge expectations for the low altitude economy. We want to take our development to the next level. We can use drones for logistics, for emergency rescue, and for projects to improve people's lives. These are my points of interest. Thank you. Your view is jotted down. Next, Mr. Dennis Leung. E-commerce is now part of our economy, especially cross-boundary e-commerce. If our policies and laws fall behind, our local retail and distribution businesses will suffer. So can we have an update and a review of our laws and regulations to foster our development? I also want to discuss standards. Now, when new energy vehicles come to Hong Kong, which sticks to the European Union standards, whereas the mainland has its own Guobiao or national standards, our own laws are way behind. Our laws do nothing to help those new energy vehicle businesses to develop in Hong Kong. So how do we design better standards to foster development? Now, I also want to turn to transport. Guangdong vehicles can now visit Hong Kong. But our parking spaces are an issue. Even locals are having difficulties, and that's affecting the economy. So can we have a joint panel to talk about ways to foster the nighttime economy and our transport infrastructure? Now, the standards for vehicles are also top of mind for the industry. Cars running on methanol cannot run in Hong Kong, so that is an important issue to be discussed. Mr. Sunny Tan speaking for the second round, you get 1 minute. Now, on the logistics park, we need high value added services. Think cold chains. That's a high value added example of logistics. Thank you. Now, so for our ongoing work, we will talk to the relevant policy bureaus based on members' views, and then I will let you know. The next point is about setting up subcommittees to study policy issues. The chairperson of the House Committee also briefed members on this. So we can set up subcommittees under panels to study policy issues. The HC chairman has told you about the principles. Now, once we receive their proposals, we will holistically consider their priorities. In early February, this panel will hold its regular meeting. If members see the need to set up subcommittees to study policy issues under this panel, to study matters of wide public interest, please write to the Secretariat by 5 p.m. on Wednesday, the 28th of January. And please also include the terms of reference, the timetable, as well as the work plan for the subcommittee you have in mind. So if you want to propose a subcommittee, so please write to the Secretariat and follow the principles I've set out. And for these policy subcommittees, there's a cap. Each such subcommittee can only consist of 20 members. and we need more than half of those members being members of this panel. Members from other panels can also take part in the subcommittee, but they cannot be exceeding the number of members from this panel. Last item, any other business? Any other business for this panel? If not, the meeting is adjourned. See you at the next meeting. Thank you.